So if you've been watching my channel for a while now, you already know that I'm a huge advocate of wearing a helmet when you're riding a bike. And coming from a BMX specific background, I've seen my fair share of head trauma through some friends, as well as experienced my own, not wearing the proper safety gear, as in wearing a skateboard style helmet on a BMX bike is definitely not the way to go. Later on in life, I actually ended up partnering up with AAA NYC and we designed a BMX specific helmet to take these high impacts. Now transitioning into mountain biking, I took this BMX helmet and I started wearing it. But I experienced a couple impacts and I knew that it wasn't the one for me. So I ended up getting a full face with MIPS technology. So with that being said, now that I transitioned to anything and everything cycling related, whether it's electric bikes as well as electric scooters and skateboards, traveling at a high rate of speed, sometimes 35 miles per hour, that BMX helmet isn't necessarily doing it, and that mountain bike helmet is a little bit overkill. That's where this helmet comes in. This is a helmet by Xnito and it is from their old school collection. Now Xnito is geared towards anything electric transportation related, whether it's electric bikes, electric skateboards, electric scooters, but I am going to use it on my BMX because it has a nice deep fit. But before we even get into that and comparing it to the other helmets that I have on here, we have to talk about today's video sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by Phantom Wallet, longtime sponsor of the channel with a brand new product to hit the market, Phantom X. These wallets come in 3 different configurations with 3 different finishes. The finishes are carbon fiber, bamboo, and walnut. The configurations you can get these wallets in are 4 to 7 cards, 6 to 10 cards, and 8 to 13 cards. So if you guys are looking for a wallet that will last you a lifetime, click the link in the description below. Use Fede10 at checkout for 10% off, and big shout out to Phantom Wallet for sponsoring today's video. So Xnito actually ended up reaching out to me and I thought it was a really good opportunity not just to showcase a really cool product like this, but also just talk about helmet safety in general, because I feel like it's a misunderstood thing. A lot of people think you can just wear a traditional road bike style helmet on an electric bike or scooter and you think it's going to protect you, and that is not the case. Let's open these things up and we'll talk all about the specs that these come with and we'll kind of compare them against a couple of helmets that I used to ride previously. Let's open up the black first. The black is going to be the one that I'm going to be riding the most, and yeah, it's more of like a graphite. This thing looks good. So this is the Xnito old school collection style helmet. It does have a headlight and a tail light on it. It has reflective strips on the side because there is no light on the side. So that's going to be, I guess, a lot of people's biggest concern. They're going to be able to be seen on the road, and you will be able to be seen on the road from the side with the reflective strips. Now, the headlight comes on just by pushing this back. There's a little button right here on the back and a USB charger right below it. Now you press the little button on the back, headlight comes on. Right now it's strobing on the back. There's a couple different options to be able to do this. So you can press the button again and it'll be solid. And there it's sequential. So that's a pretty cool look as well. This has different technology than you would see in a MIPS style helmet. So the existing helmet that I ride has no MIPS technology in it, but it has a reinforced foam. Let me show you. All right, so I have a couple helmets here. This one is a smaller version of the one I used to ride when I rode for Power Bar. This is my daughter's helmet. This has the MIPS technology built into the actual shell. So if I was to cut this helmet open, what it does is it allows you to be able to have more added protection to stop any rotation of the shell as well. There's a lot of really cool advanced technology when it comes to MIPS technology, but it's not quite there when it comes to high impact at speed. So this will be rated for about 28 miles per hour. This is rated for more just like, I think, head trauma when you're whipping your head pretty hard. And I mean, my daughter has really kind of put this thing to the test, scuffing it up. She doesn't really hit her head. She just doesn't care about her product. She just throws them on the ground. Now, that goes to the helmet that I'm wearing now. This is the Certified Sweat Saver by 888. This is the one I would wear all the time, no matter what bike I'm riding. It has the reinforced foam on here, as well as a comfort sweat liner on the inside. This is one of the most comfortable helmets out there. This is by far my favorite helmet. I took about 3 years with them, as well as a couple other athletes on the team to be able to design this helmet, and it is by far the best helmet. Now, there's less flex. I mean, like, I'm pushing pretty hard right there. You can see a little bit of flex right there. Let me show you the other ones I have. The skateboard style helmets, there will be a lot more flex and way more detrimental to your head. Yeah, I keep all my helmets. Literally every single helmet I've ever had from contests, the main ones are in this box. So over the years, I've had a lot of helmets. All right, so we're gonna bring out two specific ones. This 888 one is more of a skateboard style helmet. This is where we can talk about the structural integrity when it comes to protecting your brain. This is gonna be pretty scary for the simple fact that you put a lot of trust into a helmet, and a lot of people don't wanna wear a helmet because they think it makes them look goofy or it's uncomfortable, but that's where we're gonna talk about comfort in a second. All right, so your traditional skateboard style helmet, this is a 888 that I used to ride. This is probably 8 years old, all right? You ready? Flexes in like crazy. There's really no protection for your brain. And to speak about your brain, there's about this much gray matter. It depends on your skull and all that, but just trying to be a rough estimate, I'm not a scientist. There's a thin amount of gray matter between your skull and your brain. And if you end up getting too much head trauma, that gray matter can compact and not retract, which means it makes it more likely that you have head trauma with a littler hit down the road. So you already see how bad this is. This is the helmet that I ended up riding between designing the Certified Sweat Saver. I didn't really like the way this looked with the brim, but this seems to be a helmet that a lot of people ride when it comes to transporting stuff in cities and little bike messengers and stuff like that. This is, I think it's called the 888 Gotham helmet. I really liked this helmet back then because it had the same thing that this has. It has a little dial, so you can tighten it on your head. But I did end up making it fit the best I could because back then I didn't like how it slid around on my head. So we ended up doing, well, not we, I ended up sewing 2 sets of foam liner on the inside to make it sit on my head better. And I've had some head trauma. As you can see, like this ended up coming dislodged. I don't know if it, I mean, this helmet's also probably 6 years old, something like that, but it ended up coming, there we go. Dislodged there. So, let's put this one down. So talking about the Xnito helmet, it has CPSC certification. That is more geared towards high speed impact. So 28 miles per hour is what they're rated at. This is a very light helmet. It's lighter than my existing BMX helmet. I don't have a scale to actually weigh it for you, but it's lighter than my existing BMX helmet. It has good amount of breathable vents, as well as some comfort options. So you do have the same thing where you can fasten it down. This is a one size fits all or one size fits most. And this actually fits really well for me. It comes with several different liners, so you can rip this out and put in a brim. Let me show you what the brim looks like. So you can put the brim on, and the brim will give you, I guess, added protection just in case you're going, through sun and you don't have, any sunglasses, or if you are, I don't know, low branches, kind of protect your eyes. This isn't going to be my style of something I would wear, but I could see how it could be beneficial for a lot of other people. So we'll pop this in here. It looks to be pretty easy just to pop in. It's all Velcro pieces and all interchangeable, which is awesome because you want to be able to change these things out no matter what you plan on riding. So it gives you that little added brim protection, as well as just kind of just a different look. Some people like that look. It's not really for me. I mean, I haven't even tried it on with it, but let's see. So it gives you that brim look. I'm not for the brim. I'll show you it without the brim. And now it's a traditional style helmet. You can see it looks way better, in my opinion, without that brim. But that's just me. That's just how I feel like I want to look when I'm on the trail. This obviously is too small, so I'll bring this in a little bit, tuck this down, and you can run this cable in here to be able to make this closer to your chin. But this is actually a really comfortable helmet. So we'll turn this back on. I think the button is right there. There we go. So we have the headlight on. I don't necessarily know if this is going to be something for you to be able to see the road, but it'll make it a lot easier for you to be seen, which is absolutely awesome. Let's take a look at the other color. All right, so the other color, I'm probably going to end up just letting my wife use this one because I got her this lighter color because I know she likes a little bit of pop when she's riding anyway. This one actually looks pretty cool too. I don't know all the colors off the top of my head. I will list them all in the description below if you guys want to check them out, as well as check out their website. So this is their lighter gray version with a little bit of a yellow accent. Same type of thing. You're going to have a little dial it in. And yeah, this is pretty solid helmet. Now when it comes to high impact, I'm not going to be testing these out and falling off my bike for you guys because I'm not a stunt coordinator person. when I do fall, it hurts. So I don't want to necessarily hurt myself. So with that being said, this helmet's pretty awesome. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm probably gonna be wearing this from here on out when it comes to a lot of my videos. I'm definitely gonna be wearing this on the BMX here in the next couple days, as well as trying to make sure that we don't put it to the test, but we at least wanna be seen. I mean, this thing is pretty awesome. All right, so this is what the helmet looks like on me. I mean, this has got a good cut around the ear, good protection, elongated on the back. It's got the headlight right there, 1, 2, 3, turn it off. And I like the way it fits. And right now I have no clicks on. Let's see, do 1 click up, no movement at all. And this is a good helmet. You do want a slight bit of movement, like that's as good as it should get. The existing helmet I ride in BMX, so you see like how this looks on me right now. This one's a little bit higher, and you can tell the difference. I can already tell the difference in the fit. And I love AAA. I mean, like I said, I ride for AAA, and I know what they're capable of and what I can get out of them. This helmet specifically would be good for BMX. And this one, I'm gonna try it on BMX for sure. I'm gonna try this on my BMX, my mountain bike, as well as all my stuff. And hopefully I don't ever have to put it to use, but knowing that the certification is good enough that I can take a head impact at 28 plus miles per hour, I think that's pretty awesome. And it's super light, I'm into it. So with that being said, if you guys have any other suggestions for future videos you want to see here on the channel or products, put them in the comments below. Be sure to check out today's video sponsor, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.